You're going to get hit. You might as well know where it's coming from. This is another amazing piece of advice I received from UFC legend Chris Lieben that not only applies to fighting and martial arts, but also applies to life in general. When people are new to martial arts and fighting and sparring, one of the things that they do while they're sparring and they're receiving pressure, people are throwing punches and kicks at them, is they will turn their head away and they stop looking at their opponent. And this is definitely a normal instinct to have. If someone's throwing a punch at you, you should probably want to look away. But the problem is, if you look away, you no longer know where your opponent is or what they're doing. And that definitely puts you in way more trouble than you were in before. And anytime this would happen, Chris would stop it and say, look, you're going to get hit. You might as well know where it's coming from. And he says this because he wants you to be looking directly at your opponent no matter what's happening. You want to know if they're throwing a punch or a kick or whatever. Because if you're looking at it, at least there's some possibility that you can block it, deflect it, parry it, whatever. And while this definitely works for fighting, I can promise you that, it's also pretty effective for all aspects of life. If you find yourself looking away from your opponent, whether it be a symptom that you don't want to go to the doctor and find out what it is, or you're not checking your credit card balance, or you're avoiding looking at your bank account balance, all you're doing is reducing the amount of information you have that you can use to act on whatever the situation might be. And I encourage you not to avoid your problems, but look them straight in the eye, because there's no getting around it. You're going to get hit, but you might as well know where it's coming from.